Good morning, my friends, and welcome to yet another zombie survivals game. And in episode 4 today, we are going to play with the Huntress. So let's have a quick look at her bio. In search of her lost daughter, she begins her hunt. With much experience in hunting big game, she quickly discovers that the undead are no different from her usual prey. The hunter uses her dexterity and precision to bring down even the largest of foes. So let's have a look at her main weapon, which is a bow and arrow, and that later on will upgrade into a multi-shot bow and arrow with multiple projectiles being shot out. And then you have one of three options of synergies to choose from, one being explosive and the other in frost. And then if we have a look at her abilities, she has something called raining arrows. It does exactly what it suggests in the name. It shoots a lot of arrows down from the sky onto the enemies, and then she has some traps that she lays down, and then she has a decoy monkey that helps her escape things when it becomes bad, and then she has a type of a mega shot arrow. So a lot of these abilities still needs to be unlocked, as we haven't played with her that much yet, and we're looking forward to unlocking her full potential. So let's have a look. We're going to stay with the theme of the day and stay in isolated city, and we are going to stick with the default, which still is a 20-minute survival game, and we're going to stick with the difficulty level number 3. So let's jump into it, and let's see how much damage the Huntress can do with a bow and arrow. So far so good. Seems like she's dealing quite a bit of damage, and we are able to pick up the jewels very comfortably. There we go. And as I said earlier, let's have a focus on the bow for now and make it upgraded to level 2, which will then make the damage go from 200, which is quite decent, to 225, and the cooldown will go down from 1.5 seconds to 1.4 seconds. There we go. Let's go see how much of an impact it will have. So the firing rate is definitely not as slow as you would expect it from a bow and arrow, and the damage is really up high, so you are taking down the plain zombies by at the most 2 shots. Okay, so if we go on to the power up on the bow, the damage will go up from 225 to 250. The cooldown will come down to 1.3. And again, we're still able to take care of this basic zombies very comfortably, and picking up the jewels in them very easily. Let's head to the power-ups, the military training, and then for now let's use one of our remaining 5 rerolls, and we're going to stick to powering up the bow. On level 4 it will go up to 275, and the cooldown will be 1.2 seconds. There we go. And we also picked up that military training. That will come in handy at some point. Okay, so a little bit too close for comfort there, and we did take some damage. Our first shot at multi-shot bow and arrow, damage will go to 125. The projectiles fired will be 3, and the cooldown will be 1.7 seconds. So there you can see the Huntress now firing 3 arrows at a time, but with the damage that went down, we are unable to take care of these basic zombies comfortably, and we need to start moving out of their direction and go and see if we can't get to the SOS signal a bit easier. But that's it. I think then it's time to power up our arrow rain. This will take care of the hordes of zombies in our way close by, which will be 200 damage in a range of 3, and the cooldown will be 18 seconds. So let's stick close to this. There you can see the effect it has, the arrow rain. Now if we go up to level 2, will be 250 damage. There we go. And we can liberate our survivor and use the arrow penetration. A nice mega shot of an arrow. Activation chance is 10% on level 1. There we go. Now we can see with the secondary abilities, we are definitely able to take a little bit more care of these hordes of zombies. But let's just remind ourselves to keep on grabbing as many of these arrows as we possibly can. And let's look at our bear trap quickly. This can also help us a little bit in taking care of the zombies as we keep on laying these traps for them. Here we go. Again, let's just keep on evading them as far as we can, grabbing as many of these jewels as possible. And let's go to level 3 of our arrow rain, which will make the damage go up to 300 and a range of 5. Cooldown will also come down to 14 seconds. There we go. Definitely a powerful ability she has. There we go. Then we have a little military training down here, so let's go pick that up. Again, taking out multiple zombies at a time with the arrow rain. There you see the trap activated, killing a zombie or 2. Okay, so this is our first shot at multi-shot. No, I'm lying. This will be the second level of it. It will go up to 150. So let's take that. There we go. So they're rushing us a little bit, and we are definitely not comfortable as there's too much of a waiting period after we've used our abilities. So we need to minimize that time and make sure that we are able to use our abilities a little bit earlier. Firing Frenzy, not that much of an effect either. So unfortunately with the Huntress you start off with quite a bit of damage, but as you are increasing, the damage goes a little bit down. So let's stay with the boxing gloves, so 30% damage to elites and boss type enemies. I think that will be very helpful later, as we hope she will take care of those elites easily. Alright, a lot of jewels up for the picks here, and we're not leaving it on the street at all. Let's have a look at our arrow penetration again. There we go. Let's have a look at this military training here. I think for now, weapon attack speed and will be the way to go. We need to fire as many of these arrows as we can, killing as many zombies as possible. There we go. Unfortunately, didn't keep an exit route open for ourselves, and we had to take some damage. Down here there's magnets, so let's go to pick that up. Again, multi-shot, let's have a look at that. There we go. Again, also not keeping exit route open, and we do take damage once again. Alright, as the magnet gets everything flying in, let's have a look again to one of our power-ups. Level 4 multi-shot, damage will be 200. So that's kind of where we started off on the damage front. And for the basic zombies, it definitely did take care of them. So now we just make sure that we're back there and upgrade the damage again to as high as the level we have. Now you have one of two options. We can go for the freezing arrows, which I believe we will do. Damage is about 250 now. Now let's start picking up all these jewels. And again, let's just stay focused, making sure that we don't get overwhelmed and allow these guys to sneak up on us at all. So we're gonna go for the raining arrows again, as it seems to be a very effective tool, especially to take out these hordes. So we have another thing to do. Arrow rain can also go up into thunder strike. So few single arrows are launched, each creating electric explosion on Horde. Sounds incredible. Let's go for that. I see there's a crate being dropped here, so let's go have a look and see what we have here. There's a power glove, 40% kinetic / explosion damage. The fire will go down 10%, ice will go down 10%, which will not help us at this stage. So let's rather go for the bulletproof vest. There we go. A lot of jewels laying around here, let's go get them. SOS signal is been picked up, so let's go liberate another stat here. We're gonna go for the freezing arrows again. There we go. Down here there's another military training, so we're gonna make our way towards it. Yeah, just stay calm and make sure that we don't over commit to picking up something, and make sure we focus. There we go. A lot of jewels here. A few more magnets will definitely be nice to have, so let's go for the bear trap. There we go. I see there's a stone skin armor here, so let's go pick that up. So if we lose focus a little bit again, then we don't take damage. But the raining arrows definitely is helping us to take care of the hordes. And then additional abilities like the bear trap and so on, which just help with a little bit more bigger and advanced zombies threats. There we go, elite taken down. These quicker guys trying to sneak up on us. Luckily we're up for the challenge. There we go. Let's pick up all these jewels here. And then freezing arrows up to 300. Let's do that. Now the area the raining areas are affecting is quite large, and it's definitely helping us a lot. And we can see the yellow lines and how they overlap and the affected area. So it helps us to know where we can actually run to. There we see the effect again. We're able to just stay out of the way of these elite zombies. Keep moving. I see there's a killing frenzy there. Let's just pick up these jewels. Stay out of those acid zones so we don't take unnecessary damage. Let's have another look at our arrow penetration. Another military training close by. Let's go pick that up. And then let's have a look at stopping power. Critical weapon damage will be plus 20. I think we can do with a little bit more damage at this stage, especially from our main weapon. Although everything here, this character is kind of based on our bow and arrows, so yeah, we need to make sure it's a powerful and destructive weapon. So far, it's really taking care of the plain zombies very easily, but the elites are not going down as easy as you would expect or hope. So let's have a look there. Ability damage plus 5%, especially for that raining arrows. We need that ability to happen as frequent as it possibly can and as long as it possibly can. Another SOS here, so let's liberate this survivor. Cooldown reduction. Yeah, I definitely want that 5%. There we go. Here's a magnet down here, so let's grab this. Get as many of these jewels we can in the shortest period of time. And then ability critical chance plus 2.5%. That will also help us a lot. Killing frenzy. And then I see there's another crate down here, so let's get out of the way. Just avoid being, you know, caught up by one of these zombies. So here we have the military training now requires only 3 points. So this is quite nice. The XP required to level up increases by 10%. So that's quite nifty. I'm a firm believer that the quicker you upgrade or level up in any game, the more competitive you'll be able to play, as you'll be able to get more stats in the same time you'll be playing. So that's always a good thing. So your input versus output differs quite a bit. So let's pick up all those jewels, also contributing to our XP. So the more money we have, the better. So we'll go for stopping power again. The weapon critical damage will go up to 10% again, which we can really do with now. And I just see jewels laying around everywhere around, so I'm trying to pick up as many of them as we can. And just making sure that we avoid, you know, contact with the zombies. Every now and then we have a little bit of a concentration lapse, but here's something exciting. We have the item to choose for our inventory, and one of our favorite, the Sugar Rush. Defeating a boss enemy activates a killing frenzy timed power up, which we enjoy. The killing frenzy obviously giving us a much quicker attacking speed, and also I guess it increases our damage for a short period of time as well. So that's good. Let's use that first opportunity to take out this elite here. There we go. And killing frenzy is automatically activated. We see it on top, little star. Another elite close by, so let's take care of that one. And our killing frenzy is refreshed to full time. Let's take care of these guys as we like to do. And again, another stone skin down here, so let's grab that. And also on the top end of the screen I see there's an icon for another research pod. So let's go and activate that, and then make our way to the first of the 5 research samples. And then we have the first, go through to the second. We're going to choose the rapid fire for the next power up, plus 5% attack speed. I think that's going to make us just feel a little bit more comfortable. And let's see, there's another elite chasing us, another one on its way. So we're just going to go for as many of these researchers we can get. So we've got one left and 25 seconds to get it. Right at the other side of the screen, so we're just going to make our way to it. There's it, there we go. Make it 10 seconds left. That's just going to grab this military training, rapid fire plus 10%. Another killing frenzy. I see there's a elite close by. We take out that one. And there's another military training down here. Let's take it to the research pod. There we go. And I think if we go for the ice, it's going to increase to a comfortable 10%, which I like. Again, a magnet down here. And let's go for the armor piercing. It's only 2.5%, although they all tend to add up a bit. let's go for the protection a little bit there. There you go, another military survivor, sorry. Let's liberate this survivor, and we're going to go with the ability area, which will increase by 2.5%. And as I said earlier, the area being affected currently is quite large, and like you see there, so they are really killing quite a bit of zombies every time the ability activates. Another crate here, so let's have a look. There's a coffee, a leaky battery, and a scouter. So let's go for the scouter for now. There we go. Another military training here, so we're gonna make our way towards it again. As our arrow rains are activated once more, taking out so many zombies. Rapid fire plus 10%, there we go. A lot of zombies taken care of there. Ability cooldown reduction, another 5%. There we go. So there's a lead close by, we're going to take care of her. Activating our Killing Frenzy. Another military training close by as well. Giving us more jewels and more zombies than you need at this stage, so we can kill them easily enough. There you go, jewels. Right. There you go, picking up as many dollars as we possibly can. There you go. And movement speed, I think that can be quite important for us now, because we can actually evade them easier now. Having just a slight advantage on speed can help as well. Evading and dodging all the attacks. There we go. We took a little bit of damage there, unfortunately, but nothing we can't handle this stage. Picking up these coins, I think, is quite important. Another crate dropped, so let's have a look what's inside. There we go. We're gonna go for the heavy metal. The fact that we're going to have more frequent magnets will be very, very helpful. There we go. There you go, another survivor being liberated. And we're going to go with movement speed, so that will be our second one, meaning that we have 4% increase on speed at this stage. That can be very helpful. Keep on concentrating. Every time you lose a little bit of focus, these type of games will punish you in the amount of damage you can acquire very quickly. So let's make our way to, let's get our whole generation up to 1 per second. They can help when we do take a little bit of a damage. We don't, get to a point where we can't recover. There we go. And having to rely on too many health packs to actually get to full health again. So there's another magnet on the left. We're going to make our way towards it, trying to dodge all these attacks. Okay, there we go. There's another Killing Frenzy up for grabs by killing that elite. We're going to go for the stone skin at the same time and then make our way towards the magnet. There we go. There we go, close to it. There we go, as everything starts flying in. And we're going to go for the critical damage. And then the ability critical chance. There we go. Another training, picked up that. Unfortunately took a little bit of a hit there and we got pinned into that corner of deaths. We really need to avoid that as far as we possibly can. We go with the weapon damage plus 5%. So you can actually get out of these corners and don't get pushed into them. But we really got a little bit overwhelmed there by the amount of numbers, meaning that we're not taking out enough of the horde itself and allowing them just to multiply and, you know, overwhelm us a little bit. Here we go, another training, another crate. So we're going to start by picking up this training first, make our way back to the side of where the crate is. There you go, we're going to open it. We've got a duct tape, which I think we're going to take for now. And then we're going to go for killing frenzy, take out as many of these zombies as we can. There's another elite here, so our frenzy starts all over again. Then get our jewels, get our XP modifier up to 5%. There we go. Should have actually taken something like that earlier. It was on the grabs. I can't really remember, but yeah, the quicker we upgrade, like I said, the quicker we get power-ups, our stats up, killing zombies will just become easier and easier. So let's take care of this elite here. See, there's another SOS signal, so we're gonna try and get to it. There you go. And we're gonna go with a bit of luck. You can always do with a bit more luck. Liberate, and then we're gonna go with the cooldown reduction, which we previously said we need. We're gonna go with the duration of 5%, area, ability, and now using our killing frenzy to its full capacity. There we go. Make sure we look out for these zombies shooting balls of acid at us. We don't run into them. But you can easily do that by not seeing them, and then, you know, you're comfortable in running and just picking up jewels, and then all of a sudden the ambush caught you off guard and you then take a lot of damage. Again, there's a little bit of a speed increase, which helps a little bit. Just dodging these guys very easily. We'll make our pickup range a little bit bigger so we get more jewels. There we go. Another killing frenzy, more jewels. There we go. I see there's another elite down here, so we gotta take care of her quickly. Getting all the jewels and killing all the zombie friends. Another crate drop. Let's have a look. There we go. There's a magazine clip. Another elite trying to chop us up to steaks. All that type of things here, so we are going to take care of them very quickly. Oh, another zombie shooting some acid balls for us. There we go. Another killing frenzy, another elite here. Take care of this one. Another one. Go. So let's try and get one of these magnets and see if we can't get a few last power-ups in before our 20 minutes mark gets done here. Armor piercing, we're going to go for that, 2.5. Going to go with ability duration, we're going to go for another 5 seconds there, another killing frenzy, more elites, quite a few of them as a matter of fact. But let's just grab the jewels there, another frenzy activated after killing that elites there. So yeah, I think we're heading into the 19th minute. We're comfortably in the driver's seat here, and I think we'll finish up the 20 minutes comfortably. Let's go for the movement speed for another 2%, will help a lot. Grab as many jewels as we can. Another signal has dropped as well. Let's go liberate the survivor as well. And then let's go for XP modifier. There we go, taking care of these zombies. Took a little bit of damage there, it's fine. fine. We'll make it. So we've basically heading into 19.5 minutes. And again, I'm gonna just remind you, if this is something you enjoyed and you loved we were killing the zombies together and you would like to see more of it, please like and subscribe. You'll hit that bell icon and remember to never miss out on us killing zombies together. There we go. I see a lot more elites. They're trying to throw everything they possibly can at us in the last 15 seconds. But I think we will easily just evade them. Take out as many of these zombies as we can. Let's see if we can't get our last magnet in here. There we go. Quite a few of those elites storming towards us as we make the 20-minute mark. So that's what we like to see. We've succeeded in our quest of surviving 20 minutes. And let's see what we've unlocked. We've unlocked some frost and achievements. We've also unlocked let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, nice ring to it. Deal a total of 1 million ice damage in a single run. So that's quite nice. And on that note, see you guys next time. Peace out.